Welcome back to African Names, African Stories, The Untold Origins. This is African Affairs Network Television, and today, we head to the beautiful country of Côte d'Ivoire, a nation whose name carries the legacy of a once thriving ivory trade and a rich cultural history. But why is this country called Côte d'Ivoire? Let's explore the origins of the name and what it tells us about this West African gem. Côte d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast in English, is a name that immediately conjures images of ivory, elephants, and the history of trade. When the French explorers arrived in the early 19th century, they found that the region was rich in ivory from the elephants that roamed the land. At the time, ivory was highly prized by European markets for creating everything from jewelry to sculptures, and it was a major trade commodity in the region. The name Côte d'Ivoire translates to Coast of Ivory, a reflection of the importance of ivory in the region's history and economy. While ivory was the key driver behind the name, it's important to understand the colonial context. The French, who colonized Côte d'Ivoire in the late 19th century, solidified the name on maps and official documents, tying it to their economic interests in the ivory trade. The French colonial influence in Côte d'Ivoire lasted until the country gained independence in 1960, yet the name remained unchanged. The ivory that once brought French colonists wealth became part of the country's identity, though it also reflects the exploitation of the land's resources. Though the ivory trade has long since diminished, the name Côte d'Ivoire endures, symbolizing the nation's rich history and natural beauty. It is a country known for its diversity, from its ethnic groups to its languages, and is a leading producer of cocoa and coffee. In modern times, the name Ivory Coast is also synonymous with its cultural richness, from the traditional music of Zouglou to the vibrant festivals and art. It's a nation whose name, tied to the ivory of its past, now represents a modern, dynamic country striving for economic growth and cultural preservation. The name Côte d'Ivoire is more than just a historical reference to the ivory trade. It's a link to a past shaped by colonial exploitation, yet also a nod to a resilient country that continues to evolve. Next, join me as we explore the land of the kings, Lesotho, a country with a name that speaks to royalty and a unique cultural heritage. This is African Affairs Network Television, and this is African Names, African Stories, The Untold Origins.